Thursday, August 28th. It is my last day at my 9 to 5 that I've worked at for the last 3.5 years, which is really crazy to say. Very bittersweet, very exciting, very crazy, and also like pretty chill. Lots of feelings. But I'm just gonna kind of take you through my last day, as much as I can really show, really. And then what I get up to after, because we're gonna be outside for a little bit, just kind of taking in the day. I think it'll be really nice. It'll be really fun. Yeah, and then maybe after work, I'll tell you what I'm doing. After my last day of work, I'll tell you what I'm doing with the foreseeable future of my life. Okay, it is Friday, July 25th. I just had a meeting with my job coach. I'm like, a lot of good things were said. My currently temporary relocation, because we'll go for 2.5 months and we'll see. We shall see what happens. Do we continue on? Am I like, I love to visit Paris, but maybe I don't want to live there full time. I don't know. And I think I have to get into the comfort of the not knowing. I think I'll get more comfortable maybe once I get there and I'm like fully detached from my current job and I'm in Paris. Just been thinking, I mean, like, I don't have the desire to stay where I am in like almost any area of my life, but specifically like I don't have the desire to stay at my current job. I don't have the desire to still live at home. I love the familiarity and I love my family. I don't want to stay there. So it's not any of that. It's just I think it's just the fear of the unknown, even the things that you really want to do. Like, I really want to go to Paris. I really want to go to Paris for 2.5 months. I really want to go to Paris Fashion Week for the first time. Like, I really want to show up. It's the best version of current version of myself I can possibly be, and like give this a shot as I am, childless, unmarried, and I don't pay rent anywhere. Like, I live with my family. Like, this is the opportunity for me to do that and take a chance on myself, and I mean ultimately do something that's quite selfish, because this is something that I want to do for my life, while I can still make a myriad of selfish decisions, if I so please. The getting comfortable with the not knowing what's next. Like, okay, come back from France, and then what do you do? I don't know what's gonna happen when I'm there. Maybe I'll get there and I'll meet somebody and they offer me this really great opportunity and I'm like, yeah, and then I move. Maybe I have a great, amazing time, but nothing really amounts to something that would allow me to move there. I come back home and I regroup, and I'm working on being comfortable with that, because I love a plan. I love to plan. I love to be like, I'm going here and I'm doing this, and when I get back home I'm doing this, and now it's like I'm getting back home and I don't know. It all remains to be seen. And isn't that just the most exciting and terrifying thing ever? Isn't that I have absolutely no clue what's around the corner, where showing up 100% for myself and my practice is going to take me. I have absolutely no fucking idea. The way things are currently going, I think I'll try something else. I think I'll go somewhere else. I think I'll Be me somewhere else. I don't know, I didn't know, I don't know anything now. That is like hilarious, terrifying, and ultimately very comforting. Like, I have this crazy feeling like everything's gonna be great and everything's gonna work out for me. Is that delusion, or is that just I already know I'm gonna ace it. I already know I'm gonna be great and do great things, and this is just great meat for the memoir. Is that delusion, or am I just sure of myself? Am I just sure of my capabilities, that it's impossible for me to fail because I'm talented and I work hard and I practice my craft almost every day, even with all of the circumstances that I'm currently in. So like, it'll be great. It'll be great. It'll be grand. It'll be fine. I'm stressed over nothing. I'm not even stressed. Am I stressed? I think I'm just scared. I should probably be sending this to a therapist, right? I mean, my healthcare is running out soon, so maybe this isn't the time to start a relationship with a therapist, because then, you know, so. It is 9:10. I have my exit interview at 10. And first I'm gonna get myself a smoothie and take this beautiful walk. So nice. I just feel like I'm still too nervous to eat anything solid this early. It's probably gonna be a lunch thing. So we'll get a smoothie. So there's something in our stomach. I don't know why I'm nervous. It's just an exit interview. It's nothing crazy. But I have like 15 different emotions going on at any given time since I woke up today. So it's just an emotional day. I'm so sorry. Good morning. I'm in my phone booth. It's time, well, almost time for my exit interview in like 15 minutes. So I'm just sitting here. I barely drank any of this. I'm still drinking it. So I'm still like, my exit interview is done. 30 minutes early because I really didn't have like a whole lot to say, honestly. My throat is dry. Yeah. We did it. That's literally my only meeting for the day. How do I feel? Honestly, now that that's over, like I'm hungry. I'm like I want real food. But I'll have lunch maybe in like another hour and a half. I'm gonna answer some emails. Gonna organize some files, make sure everything is in the places it's supposed to be. Yes, but very exciting. Yay. I'm on my way. It's like almost 1 p.m. and I take my lunch. I was like, is there anything I can do? I'm kind of just floating. But there's a happy hour at 3, so like I'm like definitely gonna stay till that. But yeah, so now we're taking a walk, get some lunch, go get my little chicken shawarma pita, which is really good. I'm taking the sights. Another reason why I don't come often. It's a very long ride, always, but that's just because the food is fantastic. But now I have time to wait. Yeah. So Wow. Left the office. Going to mail off my laptop and my work phone. Jeez. Work is officially over, but I have one more thing to do. I have this sweater and the North Face backpack that I haven't really touched in the last year or so. So I'm on my way to this Housing Works to drop it off. See if they'll just take it as a donation. Because I want to be as free as possible for what I'm going to go do next in the Lower East Side. Hi. I just have 2 things to drop off, if that's okay. Yes, I'll take one.
You can just slide right like that.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good day. Okay. I'm gonna ride a bike. Where's the kickstand on this thing? I haven't ridden a bike in forever. But I thought this would be fun. Just like across the Williamsburg Bridge, you know? Just to Brooklyn. I think it would be fun. I gotta get my bag up in here. Hold on now. I found the kickstand. We're all set. We're ready. Kind of. Let's see. Boy. You're looking crazy. I did it. I biked this far. I'm like just made it to the water. Still work out. Even with the e-bike. I'm gonna try and set it up so I can record myself. Whew. I made it back off of the Williamsburg Bridge. That was so much fun and such like good workout for your legs. Whew. Now I don't know. Now I'm kind of hungry again. And I'm by one of my favorite parks, which is Domino Park. So maybe I should go see her. I want something like a piece of chicken. Like I don't know. I'm hungry again. Park. Pizza was mid, which was to be expected. I should have known when I saw it was $5. $5? $40? Yeah, it was okay, but it was a good little snack to get me home. Free water though, which, you know, I thought that was just like a God-given right. It's not. It's not. Free water. It's not free everywhere. I remember we used to go into any establishment and be like, can I just get a cup of water? Free. I've been charged $1 before. Excuse me. Now I need to catch the bus back home. And then we're gonna have a little wine chat. I'm gonna tell you some very exciting news. Where's she going? What's she gonna do? I'm gonna tell you. We gotta get home and we gotta open some wine first. All will be revealed. Okay, hi, good evening. Welcome to my stoop. I figured we could do a little end of the day stoop chat. Is that somebody I know? Sometimes that's how my mom honks at me to get my attention. I figured we could do a little stoop chat. I have a bottle of wine. Oh wow. How do I make it turn back on? I think I have to walk over there. One sec. Right, there we go. So my boyfriend got me this really nice bottle of wine, which kind of gives you a little bit of an idea about what's happening. This is a nice French Bordeaux. Yeah. And completely unrelated, but these everything cheese crisps from Whole Foods that I got yesterday as a little snack. I haven't tried these before. Oh, I like that. I like that. Okay. Let's open our bottle of wine. Oh yes, I do have a proper glass. Though maybe if I wasn't filming, I would drink out the bottle. Ah. That's nice. That's nice. Okay, I'm gonna have to keep getting up. Unless we just sit in the dark like a fireside chat, but I think it might be really hard to see. Oh, there we go. Bordeaux. Let's do a little taste. I like it. Okay. So, if you couldn't tell from the French wine, I am temporarily relocating to France, like literally next week. So today is Thursday, August 28th. My flight takes off from JFK to Paris, France next Friday, September 5th. Cheers. Yes, so I love Paris. This is actually going to be my 5th time going. I'm quite familiar with the landscape. I know a few people there, not a whole lot of people, but enough adventures, enough. I did my residency there last summer, enough that I felt really strongly about staying longer the last time I was there for said residency. We're just going to talk in the dark now. I think this is kind of cozy. Like leaving my residency, I was just like, I don't want to go back to America. I don't want to go back home. I really don't want to go back to like work and sitting at a desk, because I just had like the time of my life going around the city, making things, having a gallery, talking to people, chatting with other artists, meeting other people, having really nice, cheap glasses of wine and really nice, good, healthy, cheap food, and being able to walk everywhere. And it was just a vibe, you know. I've always loved Paris since the first time I ever went. I think I was maybe, I'm gonna have to fact check this with my mom because I know she's gonna watch this, but we went together. First time we did all like the touristy stuff. We did like, we ate at the cafe in the Eiffel Tower. I remember that because it was so shaky. I was like, oh my God, I gotta get down. But I loved it from then. So yeah, it's been a really long time of me kind of just like loving Paris and going back and forth, and being like, eventually I need to move here because this is like ridiculous. Like, I love this place. Initially, so I graduated college in 2020. Everybody knows, COVID year. Initially, I was on a completely different track when I was getting ready to graduate. I was interviewing. I was like in the last round of interviews for some jobs, and then the world shut down. And yeah, I think I was actually considering moving to Portland, Oregon, because at the time I was like, oh, it'd be cool to like work at Adidas or something. And I was like going down this whole like sportswear, athletic track. Was like thinking about getting a bike. We're back in the dark. We're back in the cozy times. The whole 9 yards. And then the world shut down, and things got very, as we all know, very unpredictable. And I'd always wanted to move to Paris. That probably would have been the next step after, even if I somehow got to Portland, Oregon, I'd probably be like, it's time to leave. I want to go to France. But yeah, so a little bit of background, because I feel like I don't really talk about what I've been doing like these last 5 years. Like, I know you guys see my brand page, because now we also have a personal page where I'm going to be doing more like travel-y content things, sharing like the books I like to read and stuff. But with my brand page, I share a lot about my design journey and the journey of my brand, but not really like what I've been doing as somebody who went to art school, was looking for jobs, that sort of track.
So I finished my thesis in my college dorm in May 2020. Then I moved back home to Brooklyn, where I still am right now. What was I doing? I started taking business class online at Harvard during the summer. That summer I was I dog walking, or maybe that was the next summer? I don't think I was dog walking yet. I'm getting them mixed up. Summer of 2020, I was taking business classes. I was working at a plant shop. I also got my first ever brand deal with Life Water. That was my first ever brand deal straight out of school. I'd been featured in Vogue, WWD, Fashionista and stuff, and I decided to actually start my brand and start a website in September of 2020. Yeah, in the fall of 2020. Yeah, it was weird. I was hitting all these milestones, these career milestones that I didn't really think I'd be doing when I was doing them. And the fact that a brand had approached me for a collaboration, and I didn't even really have a website. It was just my school thesis, but I didn't really feel like a designer. You're also hearing the sounds of the city now, because we're on the stoop, we're chatting. So that was mainly 2020. I guess summer of 2021, I'm kind of just hopping around now. Summer of 2021, I was dog walking and cat sitting. And then I left dog walking and cat sitting after maybe a month or two, because a designer approached me about helping him with his New York Fashion Week show. So I was interning for him that summer, helped with the show, put the show together, and that was my real first fashion job out of school. Learned so much, met so many really amazing people. They're still my friends. Hey friends. Yeah, after that, I think I might have been floating. I was floating for literally a second, and then I started working at a middle school. Yes, I used to be a teacher, guys. Can't you tell from my demeanor? I used to teach fashion classes, after school classes at a middle school in Brooklyn. That was an amazing journey. And as y'all all know, teachers do a lot of work and do not get paid nearly as much, but I loved working with those kids. I loved teaching them. I loved seeing their excitement for fashion, and also when their first project, I was actually saying this to some of my coworkers the other day, or I guess former coworkers, that sounds weird to say too, that my first project that I ever did with them, sewing project, was a bomber jacket. I was not messing around. We weren't doing no tote bags. We weren't making no socks. We weren't making no scrunchies. I was like, this is what it's like to be a designer. This is how you make a jacket: lining, collar, cuffs. And it was so cool because some of the kids were so into fashion already. They had already made their own clothes, which was amazing. And then half the students had never used a sewing machine before, and were really excited to use this this honestly dangerous machine when you don't know what you're doing. But I was keeping the faith. I was it's gonna be so fun, guys. And then some of them, it was so funny too, once we really got into the weeds of how to construct garments, they were I don't actually think I like this anymore. And I was and that's so valid, because it's actually a lot of work and a lot of math. But that's why we try things. It's why it's to learn. But I loved working with those kids, and that was a lot of fun. And then 2022, someone who's now just my boss, a couple hours ago was still my boss, approached me about a job at my current handbag. I'm trying to speak in present tense, but it's no longer present tense, and I'm having to reframe my mind, hence the stuttering, so sorry about that. But the job that I just left, she approached me with the position. I started out as a freelancer, as a contractor, then I went full-time. That was 2022, and that was also the year of my very first New York Fashion Week show. And so I had my show I had my first show September of 2022, and at that same time I had also like just been full-time at the company for maybe a month, if that. Maybe it wouldn't have only been like 2 weeks, honestly. So I was at that job now for the last 3.5 years. I've done a lot in those 3.5 years that have literally nothing pertaining to the job, to the 9 to 5 that I was doing. It was a really flexible company to work at, which was really great. So I was still able to be on OMG Fashion and leave my job for a week and fly to Atlanta and shoot the show. I was still able to do my residency for 2 weeks last summer. I was able to have my Fashion Week show last year and take time off to work on that. And even some of my coworkers very graciously, nicely, they even gave money to my GoFundMe. So it afforded me a lot of flexibility, which I'm really thankful for. Let's have some wine, because I haven't really had any. I'm looking for some gigs, some fun stuff to do. I want to try other areas of the fashion industry, like visual merchandising and marketing, and I want to do more than what I've been doing. I want like a whole new outlook on everything. It's a tall order, but I've done harder things. I'm excited. I'm anxious. And at the same time, I feel like I'm gonna have more of these. At the same time, I feel like when I get there, everything's just gonna work out. The way I live my life is I took everything as a sign. This woman walked past me yesterday as I was sitting outside wearing a tote bag that just said Paris on it. I was like, hell yeah. Any little thing, I'm like, that's a sign. That was for me. That means I'm on the right path. Because I was literally just about to do that, you know? Like, the delusion, but I don't even call it delusion, because it's just like, sometimes delusion has this air of, I've done nothing to get to this place, I just expect it. But it's not even like that for me, because like, I work really hard. I'm going to continue to work really hard, like basically the rest of my life in whatever I do, because that's just what I like to do. I like to give my absolute best to whatever I'm focused on at the current time. So it's like, of course things are going to work out. Like, I put my whole heart to seat. I put my whole heart in it. I put my whole foot in it, you know? Like, of course it's going to work out. And there's no way. My gut has never been wrong. Never, ever, 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 ever. So like, in that same vein of following your gut, sometimes you just get this urge wherever it is, even if it's not another country, it might be just another state, another city. It's just like, it's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to do something different. It's time to like take a chance on something. Because probably what you're looking for is on the other side of that. On the other side of your discomfort, on the other side of that really scary thing that sounds like really stupid to say out loud or really crazy to say out loud, even to yourself. Like, that's where it is. And that's where that like real thing you're looking for, it's over there. You know, these are really good. I love cheese. So, whatever that is, wherever that is, go do the thing. And you know what, on another thing, on my final note, I think, sometimes when I've told people this, what I'm planning to do, most people are very, very supportive. They're like, of course, I see you there, of course that makes sense, you should go do that. It's wonderful. And God bless those people. And there are also people who coming from a place of concern. I honestly don't think that they mean it maliciously, but it's just like, it's a really tough time now. y'all, it's a tough time every time. I'm so sorry. Like, this is just the breaking news of today. This is what's happening right now. This is the buzz for the next 2 to 3 months. There's always something. Always something, somewhere, here in this country, another country. There's always something. There's always a reason to not do something. There's always a reason to say, well, it's too hard. That seems like too much. That just seems like, well, how can I do it with this and that? Anything that you work at, anything that you try, anything that you put your time and your effort into, you can do. Literally anything. Literally anything. Because faith without work is dead. Believing in something and doing nothing towards it, it's just a waste of air. It's really just a waste of air. You have to work towards things. There's always a reason not to do something. There's always a reason to discourage yourself and say not right now or this or that. And I'm not saying throw complete caution to the wind and act like you ain't got no sense and act like nobody raised you and act like you're not a grown adult. Okay, don't be putting that on me now. Do it smartly. Okay? But do it. You know? Do that thing. Cheers to you and whatever thing you decide to do. What's your crazy idea? Like, tell me, come to my stoop. tell me your crazy idea, because probably even not that crazy. And you know what's amazing too is once you do that crazy thing and you keep doing more crazy things, it's just like, this is just your life. Like, what? I can't remember where this quote was from. It honestly might have been like one of those quotes on the MTA, like, you know how some of those self-help apps and things like that do like ads on the inside of the train. It was like, my consistency is change. And I really internalized that. I was like, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Like, I love that. That for me is peaceful. Like, this constant, like, I don't know. Things are changing. Where I am physically is changing. What I'm doing is changing. I'm always realizing and doing all these exciting, fun, creative things I've always wanted to do. So cheers to me. Cheers to me realizing a dream, and cheers to you for whatever amazing thing you're gonna do, and you're gonna tell me about it. You're gonna be like, I watched your stupid thing and now I'm doing this thing. I'm like, oh my god. Spirit fingers. This was a long chat. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you got something out of this. Thank you for coming to my cozy stoop chat. We'll have to come up with another name for that. Cozy stoop chat is a little mouthy. It's a little wordy. Stoop sesh. Stoop sesh sounds good. I like that. Hopefully this inspired you. Maybe even just to get a glass of wine if you've already done your crazy thing and you're just chilling in your consistency that has changed. You should try these from Whole Foods. I don't know if you're already there and you're chilling and you made it to the other side of your fear and discomfort. Hopefully you try these. Hopefully you try these cheese crisps because they're really good. What's the name of this wine? This wine is very good. And reds can be tricky for me because sometimes they're a bit too sour, sometimes a bit too sweet. Makes me feel like I'm drinking like liquefied candy. But this is really good, very smooth. I'm gonna put it here. Screenshot that. It's a 2021 also. Yes. Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna chill out here.